Oh, what a glorious day. Thought I'd get out. It's Memorial Day week. Oh, this is Memorial Day, and I thought I'd get out here and do a little research with mud fossils and remember our veterans who died for our freedoms. So what we have going on here, I've been here before. This is called Strawberry Hill. Got mussel material to the right, and to the left I got tendon. And I'm gonna go look at the tendon first, but right here in front of us is what I believe is endomysium. Now, geology would probably call this a volcanic intrusion, and this would be horizontal basalt columnar jointing when they're laying sideways like this in all individual pieces. And I 100% disagree. This is some kind of, like I said, it's like endomysium. I don't believe it's paramecium. And then you can see it runs right down there and across that. So I'm gonna be going over to the right here after I go over here to the left and take a look at tendon. I definitely know I got tendon over here. So we're standing on biology right now. And like I said, they would think this is like a volcanic intrusion, which is just a theory. There are volcanic intrusions, but they look nothing like this. Absolutely nothing. They say this is formed from intrusive basalt, which is magma, which is still lava's above the ground, the magma's below the surface. It gets trapped, extreme heat and pressure, and it causes this formation. And that's their theory. And I've looked at their theory a lot. And I've seen the studies on it and how they do it in a lab and everything. And I've done videos on it. And I 100% disagree. So what this would be, it'd be connective tissue. Endomysium, paramecium, and what's the other one that's below the skin? Epimecium. Endo, epa, and parameciums. All right. Let's go over here and take a look at tendon. Gorgeous day. Got a bunch of seals out there laying on the rocks. Man, I got a long walk. I got to walk way over there by that knob. Here's more connective tissue here. The same stuff we just looked at. I just showed you when we first come down. They are so wrong on this theory. And I bring this to you to show you that God is real. And a lot of this is formed out of chaos deep. God's primordial sea of creation. Look, it goes down here and splits. This is connective tissue. Now this is, I believe, endomysium. It's just loaded in here. All right, I gotta put this down so I don't fall and bust my derriere. Oh, here's more of it here. Connective tissue is what that is. Boy, this stuff's hard to walk over. Tide, the water coming out has rounded everything off. I don't even really look for anything because it all looks about the same. Just ran across this. This is old red sandstone, and there's what I just showed you, another one right there. And you got the basically blood beside it. It's connective tissue. That's what this is. Now I don't know if it's endomysium or what type of connective tissue, but this is connective tissue surrounded by old red sandstone. Here's another piece of connective tissue right here. See this? Surrounded by old red sandstone. It goes out there and whips to the right. And they'd call this a volcanic intrusion. Intrusive basalt. And they'd be 100% wrong. Wow, what a walk. Already sweating. So it just gets really awesome in here. A lot of biological change from where I just came from. Back over there showing you the connective tissue. We're going to be getting into tendon material here. And then I'll go back on the other side and we'll look at the muscle with all the connective tissue running through it. That up there is tendon material, and we're getting into it in here too. It's on a scale that the human mind can't even fathom. See, they'd call this intrusive basalt, which would be magma trapped below the surface. And we're getting into some of that columnar jointing here, what they call horizontal, or this would be vertical columnar jointing that we're starting to get into, but it's actually diagonal. See that? This is tendon. That's tendon. This is all tendon material. Roger Spur thinks it's a scorpzilla, and it's not a scorpzilla. It's pareidolia, in my opinion, because I've got thousands of hours in this research, boots on the ground, and I see what's here, and it's not a scorpzilla. Absolutely not. In fact, the stuff at Crowley Lake that he's calling hairs is way too small for the size of the head. If you go on Google Earth Crowley Lake and zoom down, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's way too small. A lot of this biology's too small, or this stuff's too big for the size of the creature. The stuff at Crowley Lake is too small. It's not what he thinks. And what he's calling Mount Spur, the anus, there's 11 more volcanoes down the tail besides his Mount Spur being the anus, he thinks. So what are those 11 other volcanoes? Buttholes too? Not to be rude, but they call this intrusive basalt columnar, vertical columnar jointing. See those columns there? We'll be able to see them over here. There's more connective tissue right there. This whole piece in through here, and where I'm standing, well, not maybe where I'm standing, not where I'm standing, it's not, but that is tendon. That's all tendon. Clear over there where you see those tall towers. We're heading over there in just a minute. And you get out to there and it's totally different material. We're getting into more muscle material and blood right there that's surrounding this tendon.